Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music, Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with the way you are gonna see a million. We got it gon' go long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I do the life you know easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
Cause if we knew you could do damage, you could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM. Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
Check, baby, 1, 2, 3, 4, check, baby, 1, 2, and the 3.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
We are live. Yeah.
I like that song.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning. How y'all doing today? How y'all feeling? What's up? What's going on? What's going on in the world that we are in here today?
Girl.
Obviously, Rockstone Triz is missing from the building today, but the girls will hold it down for y'all.
Yes, because who runs the world?
Girls.
Yeah, I did a dance.
Oh.
Hey y'all. Good morning. It is Saucy and Friends on Spark FM Online. We are in the building and it's Wednesday. Aren't you excited?
It is Wednesday. I am excited.
Why?
Because the week is almost over. That's the only reason why I do.
I am excited too because the week is almost over. I'm also excited because we've got something to do tonight.
Yes, we do. We are going to a Ray Royale's listening party.
Yes, it is. It's called something. It's some kind of lovers' night or something like that.
Is it my lovers tonight?
Yes,
yes,
I'm
going on a date.
baby tonight.
Me and my sister going on a date. We gonna get dressed up. We gonna stay there for 1 hour.
1 hour.
And then gone in the house.
Oh wow. What's that? Which hour are we going for though?
Early one.
The early hour.
The first hour.
There's no. I'll tell you what though. The food there isn't the greatest. So
yeah, but when I feel like when we went there, we had a little steak frites.
It was nice. That steak frites was nice. I went another time. I had the lamb meatballs, very dry, very not great. What else did I have? I had something else.
I hear people constantly complaining about.
Yeah, the food is not good, and the pizza is like It's par, but it's not superior. You know what I mean? So it's like, so we'll have to figure out what we're gonna eat before we go there. But I'm looking forward to it. I need to hear some good music and to close my eyes and feel something.
Close your eyes.
R&B social. I like R&B something. My eyes is
all right.
Something's going on.
I finished my breakfast, and now I can participate in this wonderful show here. That muffin was worth the wait.
Yes. Good.
Quick check-in. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I feel better. I'm feeling better than I was last week, I suppose. Things are starting to, I'm just starting to let go of things a lot more. Yesterday, I know we talked about, the layoffs that are happening at my job. And we did get the word yesterday to be on the lookout. We might be in danger of layoffs. But I got a plan, so I'm not really worried about it.
I was thinking about your plan yesterday.
Yeah.
your life has actually been setting up for it if you think about it. Your car, schools,
Yeah.
You're setting up for it. That's how it was when I started, getting into this. It was just setting myself up in little ways that help, that may not be as convenient, but are workable.
Yeah, and will work out for me in the long run, in a different way, in a better way. And like I had a conversation with a on a plane with a flight attendant one day, and it was just I'm like, I could do this. I could do this. So anyhow, I'm not worried. Life is gonna be what it is. I've devoted 20 years to partners, and so I'm in there.
And these things are, with everything that's happening in the world right now, you just never know what's gonna happen. You might just have a job for the rest of your life.
That's exactly what I told my coworker yesterday, because she was worried, and she's worried, and I said, you know what though, this world is so unstable. This country that we live in is a mess, and so nothing surprises me anymore. And I've got other things to worry about besides this. I'm gonna be all right.
You're gonna be all right. Yes, absolutely.
They not like us. We not like them. This is my mom was singing.
She sang it all night.
They're not like us. We not like them. They're dead and us. All right. So anyhow, I'm feeling all right. I'm doing all right, and I'm gonna be all right. And we have to choose. You have to choose happiness these days. You have to choose peace, and that is what I'm choosing.
Absolutely.
Yes, that is. How you feeling, little girl?
I'm doing well. It's just Wednesday. Yeah. I just really have a hard time motivating myself to get out of bed in the morning. Like, it's getting harder. No, I just don't want to. Like, my brain, I just don't want to get up out of the bed. That's all. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't care if it's hot or cold. I just don't want to go.
Yeah.
Mike Nice says it's wishful Wednesday. And we're going to have a good wishful Wednesday.
Yes.
It is hump day. That means we've made it through half of the day. Well, we're making it through half of the week already. This is my question. Is next week February vacation?
Next week is February vacation. I'm so excited. I done paid for the boys' camp for the week, and he's going to be at camp for the week.
Really? It's next week already? That came very, very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was extremely quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Next week is February vacation.
Wow. Good for. Wow. That's all right. 2025. I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
2025 is making its way through.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, let's get into this show, people. We got a lot of grounds to cover. We got a lot of footage and coverage to cover. So we will get into the show. We'll make sure that we're doing all right. We'll check in with you guys, see how you feeling, how you doing, what makes you happy, and all kinds of great stuff. Yeah. With that said, let's get into... Soldier Boy, I'm in the hole. I me rapping, rhyme me roll. And Superman that hoe.
I don't know the words to this song after all these years.
Well, that was it, and there we go.
Yeah.
That was my transition. I don't got any more for you. I thought I was going to do a little bit more to it, but
No, I think you did a good job.
Thank you very much. I wanted to do a little drop. I wanted to do a little producing. If you are listening right now, go ahead and give us a share. Go ahead and give it a share. I see you guys being quiet right now in the comment section. Besides wishful Mike Nice Wednesday, make sure you guys keep up with the show. Join the conversation. The number to call is 617-272-3387. This is Spark FM Saucy in the morning.
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, the 12th of February 12th, 2/12/25. It is 9:20 a.m. in the morning, and currently the weather is, let me tell you what the currently is. Currently, we are sitting at approximately 28 degrees. It feels like 20 degrees. It could get a high up to 34 degrees about later around 1 o'clock, and then it will drop down to about 32 degrees later tonight. So it's actually going to warm up a little bit.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's warm up from 28 to 34.
Good. I think it's going to warm up because a messy storm is headed to Massachusetts.
Yes, talk to me about this.
So the snow map, I think it's supposed to rain today, isn't it?
Well, right, today is going to be scattered snow showers during the morning, then partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon. High 34 degrees, winds in the northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. There's a 30% chance of snow. So is this snow a part of the snow showers, or is it a different type of snow?
I don't know. So Massachusetts is in for a parade of storms. I've been hearing this on the news, starting with some snow on last night, followed by a more impactful storm that could cause a sloppy mess for the Thursday morning drive to school and work.
Gross.
The thing is this, you know the gas leak that I had to make the call on?
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
Really?
It was a big deal. They dug all through the night, and they're
Really?
still out there digging more. It was a big deal.
You saved the block.
I saved my entire block.
You
Just
did.
because everybody's like, oh yeah, I was smelling it, but
I didn't know. Yeah, no, you saved the block.
I'm tired of saving them people over there. I'm always saving them. Saved them from the music during the COVID. I'm saving them again. Oh, my goodness.
Neighborhood watch
I'm telling you, the neighborhood call me Miss Pearl. I be in the window. The first disturbance, the news is tracking is an ocean storm on Tuesday night that will track south of New England. While most of Massachusetts will stay dry, the South Coast, Cape Cod, and the islands could see some snow. In her Tuesday morning weather blog, meteorologist Sherry Spear, that's my girl, said the South Coast and Cape Cod may be seeing a coating of snow, while Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard have the best chance for a coating of 1 inch of snow. You have to be really far south to have the chance for anything sticking. Another storm will pass through soon after the snow, developing between 10 p.m. Wednesday night and midnight Thursday. The snow is expected to fall for a few hours before a flip to a wintry mix of sleet, rain, and freezing rain coming Thursday morning. So that sounds awful. So what do you think?
None of
have
that.
School tomorrow?
No, and Chris said it. Time to move, bro. I've been trying to work heavy and hard on my family to get them to consider moving somewhere, but everywhere that we can move that's warm is most likely a red state, so I don't really know what to do there.
Yeah.
We gotta wait until the next 4 years. So we can plan now. 4 years is a good time to plan.
Can we go to Canada?
Yes. But Canada cold too.
Canada's cold too.
Canada's freezing.
Do Canada get warm? Oh,
think
we
so.
went there in the summertime.
Yeah, we did. For Carnival. We was
Carnival,
naked and
okay. So, yeah, but we gotta, I mean, I'm gonna start, saving my money and building my,
portfolio.
Portfolio and start, moving towards the islands. Mm-hmm. I would like that. Yeah, I would like that. And I'm at that age. Anyhow, that's the weather for y'all right there. Faneuil Hall Bar admits it screwed up the night it didn't check the women's room at closing, and so missed the woman passed out in the stall.
How do you forget to check the bathroom? I just want to make sure nobody's in here.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna check.
They're like, I don't understand.
Or maybe they open the doors. Hello. All right, and close it.
You have to go in and check because as we've seen in movies, people like to go in there and put their feet up on top of the toilet when they hiding from the killer. So you got to make sure that there's nobody in there
hiding from the killer.
A woman attending a work event at Ned Devine's in Faneuil Hall Marketplace
Not Ned Devine.
Ned Devine is my place on September 25th. Told police the first thing she remembered was going into the women's room after 8:30 p.m. until she woke up in a stall around 2:15 a.m. All the lights off and nobody else in the locked up bar. This was an unfortunate error. Bar attorney Dennis Quilty acknowledged at a Boston Licensing Board hearing this morning. This is absolutely frightening to me, said another chairwoman. Quilty and bar managers said a local business had taken over the bar for an event that night and that the place had closed early around 11 p.m. with the woman who had arrived at the event around 6:45 p.m. slumped over in a stall in the women's room, a stall nobody on staff had remembered to check. When the woman came to around 2:15 a.m. and realized she was all alone in the bar, she called 911 and went to open the front door for police, according to a police account. She told officers she'd had just one drink, an espresso martini, as she conversed with a group of co-workers until she went to the women's room around 8:30 p.m. as she exchanged phone texts with a friend. One of the two bar managers on duty that night told the board a review of surveillance videos showed the woman had actually had at least 2 drinks that night. The video showed her getting served by 2 different bartenders. She's alive. But regardless, the manager acknowledged she or somebody else on staff should have checked the restrooms before shutting down and locking up for the night. She said she and the other managers that night weren't on the same page for some reason. Normally we check each bathroom and we just missed it. Obviously, we're very glad this woman was not hurt in any way, but it was a mistake we take responsibility for, Quilty said, adding the bar's owners, the Breyer Group, had retrained its staff to do double and triple checking at every last space in the bar at closing to ensure sure nobody is left behind. Police said the board told the board that the woman had a toxicology screen done to check to see if she might have had something slipped into her drink. It came back negative. The board decides Thursday whether the incident requires any sort of official sanction.
So she got drunk.
She got drunk.
And got drunk and passed out in the bathroom.
Right.
And this is news because they forgot to check. And what happened to her?
Nothing. She was just in there. I think they're up for to the licensing board to see if they can get their license, renew their license.
I don't think, I understand, you're supposed to check,
Right.
but it's not like anybody drugged her. Nothing happened to her.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that is going to teach them a learning lesson. Always check the bathrooms.
Right.
I don't think this is a big deal to take away their whole license. That's crazy.
And I wonder what happened to her. So they said she actually had 2 drinks. Okay, she said she only had 1, but it looks like she had 2 drinks according to the camera. And she was there from 6:45 and went into the bathroom at 8:30 and slept in there until 2 in the morning.
She was sleeping in the stall?
She was in the stall.
So then when she woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, what did she do?
She woke up. She was the only one there. Everybody was gone because they closed at 11.
Oh.
So that my child was in there asleep.
So
she got
she
a full
called the
night's
police?
rest. Yes, she called police. And the police came and she went downstairs and opened the door for the police. Because Nat Divines is one was upstairs, right?
Yeah, why she just couldn't open the door and leave?
I don't know. She called the police.
I wouldn't have called the police. First of all, it's me that's drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe she thought she was drunk. I mean, she used
thought
drugs.
she was drugged.
She was, ma'am.
I don't know.
You were drunk.
It's altogether a weird story.
Very.
Boston federal court declines to reinstate pause on federal funding.
Open this good and read it to me like I'm stupid. Cause what?
It's a video. Can we play that?
I'm going to try because what?
So the Boston-based First U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals is rejecting an emergency appeal by the Trump. Oh, they're rejecting an appeal by the Trump administration to pause federal funding.
Oh, good.
Okay, good. So let's go to our guide.
Jennifer and Doug, good morning. It does. The Boston-based First U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals.
Hold on. Let me get you guys unmute site. And then we make it bigger. And then we go. Where is it? Why is it doing that?
I'm hearing it in the background, but I'm not hearing it in the front ground.
I don't know.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Okay, here we go.
The court declined to reinstate a sweeping pause on federal funding. The Justice Department had asked the court to reinstate the pause, arguing it would bring spending in line with the president's priorities. The federal court's decision came after a district court judge down in Rhode Island found that the administration disobeyed an earlier order. Nearly 24 Democratic states are now suing the administration for halting trillions of dollars in federal funding. That includes money for early childhood education, pollution reduction, and HIV prevention research. The plan sparked chaos, and the Trump administration ended up rescinding the memo. But the Rhode Island judge found on Monday that all federal grants and loans have not yet been restored. The First Circuit says in its ruling that it expects the lower court judge to clarify his original order. A federal judge in Washington is also issuing a temporary restraining order against that federal funding freeze. Reporting live this morning at federal court in the Seaport, Todd Kiskevich, WCVB News Center.
Okay, that's good. I thought that it read that they had blocked it to be like they were letting it go because they weren't going to continue it. But okay, this is good. So today I was reading, and I don't know if I'll save this for the what's it called?
Entertainment?
For the national news. But I was, because we've been talking about the Democrats and what the Democrats are doing and what the Democrats are doing. Today there was breaking news, or yesterday, by Occupy Democrats. I do believe that it is a credible site. They said, breaking news, Democrats hit Donald Trump with nightmare news by unveiling a new task force specifically designed to fight the harm being inflicted on America by the MAGA regime. Which is very interesting to me because I didn't know that that they could do anything like this. So this is the last thing that the Republicans wanted to hear. House Majority Leader Hakeem Jeffries announced the formation of the Rapid Response Task Force and Litigation Working Group in a Dear Colleague letter. The task force will support Democrats' ongoing effort to push back against the far-right extremism that is being relentlessly unleashed on the American people. We are engaged in a multifaceted struggle to protect and defend everyday Americans from the harm being inflicted by this administration, wrote Jeffries. As outlined last week, it's an all-hands-on-deck effort simultaneously underway in Congress, the courts, and the community. Crucially, Jeffrey vowed to do what Republicans refused to do by actually focusing on the needs of the American people. While Trump is busy gutting the government and lining his cronies' pockets, Democrats are doing their job. House Republicans and the administration have done nothing to lower the high cost of living. The cost of groceries is skyrocketing. Meanwhile, Republicans continue to launch far-right attacks on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, public safety, and the education of our children. The American people are counting on us to stop them. Thank you for your continued leadership during this perilous time. Together, we press on for the people, he wrote. Jeffries has asked Assistant Leader Representative Joe Negussi to chair the task force, with Representative Jerry Connolly and Jamie Rankin as co-chairs. This is what I want. This is all I ask for people to see, for them to do. Just let us know what y'all are doing to help us. Because I was reading the comments of Republicans and of MAGA supporters, and they're like, Elon is such a genius, and Elon is such a genius, and he's going to. Everybody's mad because Elon is doing what the American people need him to do, and it's to find out where all the waste is going in the government and give us back our government money and our taxes and things. And Elon. And I'm like, we do know that white women overly voted for Donald Trump. Is the white woman on the totem pole for the least educated and the least smart? Is there scientific data that has come out for that? Especially the older generation white woman, the older Karens.
I think that the thing there is that those older generation white women are under the ruling of their husbands, and so they don't want to disagree with their husbands, so they follow whatever their husbands do.
Oh, that's real patriarchy.
Yeah, like that. So I think that that's what it is. I think that the more progressive white women know what it is and know what time it is, and they don't support the foolishness.
Because all of the white women that I see are like the ones with a flower background or a picture of a cat.
Yeah.
Or there are a couple of pictures that's like American flag holding they're the ones
that, like in that picture with the man with the pitchfork and the old lady. They're the ones that stand out there. And we're talking about middle America are the ones that are overwhelmingly voted for Trump. Those middle states. So that is where they don't know nothing about.
Is that really just based off of racism though? Because I feel like middle America would be a tad bit more educated.
No, I don't think so. That's
really that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, this is Appalachians and things like that. I don't even know what that is, but that's all kinds of things. That just the places that. We don't want none of that around here. You know what I mean? Like
sundown towns and things
like that. Places like that. And I think that those women are just it's always been this way.
Yeah.
And they're content to keep it that way. They're not happy with change, and they don't know anything about progression. This is how they were raised. They saw Meemaw and Peepaw behaving that way.
And
it's been handed down generation to generation. So it's unfortunately they just don't have their own mindset. So.
And those are also the people that read the Sun Times and the National Enquirer and believe that aliens are taking over the world little by little.
Right.
They're the same. It's unfortunate.
For them, there's no way for them to see past anybody else ruling besides a white man.
Yeah.
And so that's where we are, and that is the majority of the country is in that thing.
That's
Us out
very
here on the outskirts,
fortunate.
we get to experience more. We get to learn more. We know more. So I think more progressive people definitely aren't in line with the things that
I'm just
Elon
waiting
Musk
for
is
the
doing.
day that they catch up.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they ever will catch up.
No, they won't.
Because
It's handed down.
even when things even when things start to really hit the fan and we start to see like eggs are $15 and the price of gas is like $72 and stuff, will they get it then, or will it just be like, oh, but 4 years Democrats had it at $3, so you guys shouldn't be too worried about it being 17 now because Elon's doing and Trump is my friend.
But I think that, again, that's us, like us who are on these outskirts. Not those middle America people aren't worried about the eggs being $17 because they have their own farms and eggs and stuff like that. We're the ones who are feeling the effects of this stuff. What Trump is doing is nothing different to those people.
No, but we're middle America.
No, we're on the outskirts.
Oh, you mean like geography
wise? Yes.
Okay. I thought you were talking about class.
No,
yeah.
the Midwest.
Yeah,
just like those states that are just in the middle of the map are the ones that they don't know. Mm-hmm. And we out here who don't have access to those things. Like, yes, we have farms, but we don't have farmlands like they have and all of those things. So they're growing their own fruits, vegetables, livestock. They're not worried about the things that we're worried about over here. I think that's my thoughts on it.
Okay. What else we got going on?
What was still me? Plane crashes in New Hampshire near Hampton Airfield.
Park it right there.
Yeah.
What's going on with the planes, guys?
Well, because of all the DEI.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I don't know. They're getting rid of DEI. They're firing people that are well qualified because of whatever, because they assume that they're DEI hires. The world is coming to an end as Donald Trump has taken office, and I think that all of this is evident by the things that are going on. The air traffic controllers that are qualified to do well just aren't, and so the planes is just crashing. A pilot, sole occupant of a small plane that crashed near Hampton Airport, so just one person. A pilot walked away unharmed after a small plane crashed near Hampton Airfield in North Hampton, New Hampshire on Tuesday morning. Hampton Fire Rescue was the first responders on the site of the crash of Reddington Landing in North Hampton, a town about 8 miles south of Portsmouth. The plane was carrying no passengers at the time of the crash, and officials said no injuries were reported on the ground. Photos posted of the department's Facebook page showed the small aircraft sitting among the trees alongside the landing strip. Look at over there, just sitting over there in the trees. Hampton Fire Chief McMahon confirmed to Fox News Digital during a phone call that the pilot was assessed by EMS and sustained no injuries. Wow. The New Hampshire State Police and the FAA have been notified. The scene is under control, they said. And there's a little picture of the little plane there crashed. Maybe because it crashed amongst all those trees, it wasn't so bad.
Let's give it a little cushion.
I'll give it a little cushion. A little. I don't know. These things that be showing up at the bottom of these screens is really gross. David Ortiz is back at Red Sox training, watching his son.
Oh, really? Is this nepotism?
D'Angelo Ortiz. I hope so. I hope it is. Legendary Boston Red Sox slugger David Big Papi Ortiz spoke to the news, Doug Cucciolini, about his son and the rest of the club as spring training begins. D'Angelo Ortiz, a third baseman and outfielder, was drafted and signed by the Red Sox in July. I didn't hear anything about that.
I didn't even know that David Ortiz had a son that was playing
That's
baseball.
Big. Yeah. Root for him. He's working hard, Big Papi said about his son. After manager Alex Cora and chief baseball officer Craig Breslow expressed optimism about the club's chances in the season ahead, Castiglione also asked the Baseball Hall of Famer for his forecast. I really don't know what we fully have right now. I will find out a couple of days down the road, and then I'll have an answer, he said. I know that the front office has been working extremely hard to put a good ball club together for this year. We've got good pitching, which is important, he says. And that's awesome.
He's a pitcher?
His son is a third baseman and outfielder.
Oh, they get paid so much money.
Baseball players, I think they make the most out of all sports. Baseball
Pastor
players.
Troy said he went to Weston High with his son.
Pastor Troy went to Weston?
His son went to Weston High, and the boy, David Ortiz's boy, went to Weston High with Pastor Troy's son.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Cool.
Did y'all get an autograph? Because he's a baseball player. He got money.
A baseball player.
I don't know Spanish. Lil Garcon. Schneider.
I don't know what he's saying.
Schneider.
Schneider, I don't know what you're saying, Schneider. Cambridge City Hall votes to eliminate single-family zoning. That's very interesting after the meeting that we had yesterday.
Yeah, I was just about to say, how interesting.
But they will allow 4-story residential buildings.
Tell me what that means.
So no
either
single
1 or 4?
No ones, only 4.
Oh, so 2 to 4. Well, 2 to 4.
Yeah. The city council voted to eliminate all single-family zoning. The reform removes dozens of barriers for developers to build housing. It also allows for 4-story residential buildings to be built without special permissions. Oh, we learned about that yesterday. Critics said the change will lead to more luxury apartments, but support said it will increase housing stock, which could increase affordability. Cambridge.
Why? Like, my God, please tell me. I want to know what a luxury apartment costs. If we know that low income, we said 2 bedrooms the other day was $4,000, and that's regular market rent, I'm guessing.
Market rate,
So if I'm getting a luxury, is luxury an added cost onto the market rate?
You mean with like a concierge and a yeah.
So if if a luxury apartment, I'm paying a little over. I probably could be paying it 5-6.
A lot more than Jalen Hurts pays for his little $2,000 apartment.
Boy, I tell you. I don't
understand how Jalen Hurts gets to pay only $2,000.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. I'm gonna move to New Jersey.
It's probably not the good part either. Like Jalen Hurts, like, find me the cheapest appointment. I just need to bathe and shower and get back to training.
I mean, it's probably an apartment that's close to the stadium.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
just probably beautifully decorated, and he probably got a deal because they was like, just shout me out.
Yeah. Boston woman sentenced to prison for armed robbery of postal workers. Look at her. She a young girl. What she do that for?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
22 years old, a Boston woman was sentenced to prison on Monday in a federal court, feds, in connection with multiple armed robberies of United States Postal Service USPS letter carriers in 2022. Charging documents state that on November 29, 2022, in Mattapan, 22-year-old Maisha Lewis and co-defendant Keith Demosthene forcibly robbed a USPS worker of their arrow key. An arrow key is designed to open USPS collection boxes, and it is a federal offense for any unauthorized person to possess one. The fella approached the mail carrier and said, "I'm going to need your master key," and moved to remove the arrow key from the USPS worker's satchel. The key was fastened around the mail carrier's belt with a brass chain, and the man used force to break the chain and steal the key, causing the worker to be pulled from the front steps. Lewis and the guy proceeded to flee in a rental vehicle. On December 16, 2022, in Hyde Park, the pair robbed another USPS worker of an arrow key, this time at knife point. Demosthene told the mail carrier, that's his last name, told the mail carrier, "Give me your effing arrow key," and the post worker put their hands in the air. Lewis and Demosthene used the knife to cut the key from the brass chain and ran away on foot. Lewis and Demosthene were indicted by a federal grand jury in May 2023. In October of 2024, Demosthene was sentenced to 3 years in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. Lewis pleaded guilty in October of 2024. Maisha Lewis was charged with 2 counts of robbery of any person having lawful charge, control, or custody of any mail matter or any money or other property of the United States, aiding and abetting, and 2 counts of assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers or employees, and aiding and abetting. All of those things. She was sentenced to 3 years in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. That seems like a light sentence, doesn't it?
How much?
3 years, and then 3 years of probation.
No, I mean, she just stole a key. She didn't hurt. She didn't hit him.
They armed robbered him.
I mean, yeah, it's scary. But I don't think 3 years for stealing a key, I think is crazy. I know it is a federal crime, but I feel like those are the kind of things that you got to slap a heavy fine on people and then just have them always owe you some. But 3 years in jail, I got to feed them and everything and all kind of, that's my tax dollars. That's my tax money.
And then Karen Reed update. Massachusetts top court rules Karen Reed can be retried in her boyfriend's death. The state's top court ruled on Tuesday that Karen Reed can be retried on all the same charges in the death of her Boston police officer boyfriend, the latest twist in the long-running case that transfixed true crime fans nationwide. Prosecutors have sought to retry Reed this year on charges of second-degree murder, manslaughter, and leaving the scene of a crime. They accused her of ramming into John O'Keefe with her SUV and leaving him to die in a snowstorm in January of 2022. Reed's attorneys argue she was framed to protect other law enforcement Department officers involved in O'Keefe's death. A judge declared a mistrial in June after finding jurors couldn't reach an agreement without polling the jurors to confirm their conclusions. Reed's attorney, Martin Wheelberg, argued that 5 jurors later said they were deadlocked only on the manslaughter count and had unanimously agreed in the jury room that she wasn't guilty on the charges of second-degree murder and leaving the scene.
So that right there. So,
but they hadn't
because
told the
they
judge.
didn't say that.
Yeah.
She is being retried again.
Yep.
Because of the fact that they're lumping both things to. That's so unfair though.
Yeah.
Because Pastor Troy and I was talking about that today about double jeopardy. Double jeopardy is when you when you already been either convicted or acquitted.
Yep.
They can't retry you no matter what they come up with after.
Yep.
But because this was a mistrial.
Yeah.
And because they didn't make any provisions over what was mistrialed, then she has to go through all of this all over again.
Yep. The jury clearly stated during deliberations that they had not reached a unanimous verdict on any of the charges and could not do so only after being discharged. And did some individual jurors communicate to a different supposed outcome, contradicting their prior notes, the judge wrote. Such post-trial disclosures cannot retroactively alter the trial outcome, either to acquit or to convict. The judge also found no abuse or discretion in Judge Beverly Cannoni's decision to declare a mistrial. After extensive multi-day deliberations, the jury submitted several increasingly emphatic notes about their inability to reach a unanimous verdict, they wrote, adding that the record before the judge suggested complete deadlock. Reed's lawyer said they are considering legal options. While we have great respect for the Commonwealth's highest court, double jeopardy is a federal constitutional right. We are strongly considering whether to seek federal habeas relief from what we continue to contend are violations of Miss Reed's federally guaranteed constitutional rights. Leave the lady alone.
I know. I feel like she's been through a lot.
So
and
much.
I feel like I do believe that she did not kill that man. I'm standing with Karen Reed yet again on this.
Yeah.
Well, depending on who she voted for.
Yeah. She said here, I don't care who I face. She told the station, I have the truth. I have the best attorneys, and do your worst, is what she said during her interview the other day. And depending on who she voted for. Yeah, that's true. And that's the national news. That's all we have for you right here. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Come right back. We've got some fun stuff in store for you because we're doing good on time. So we're going to, we're going to zhuzh it up a little.
Yeah.
We'll zhuzh it. Anyhow, Saucy and Friends in the morning show. Spark FM.
Yes.
All right.
You got that. You got that.
All right.
Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with we, you are gonna see a million. We got the Congo long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like easy.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Yo, the City of Boston's Mayor Youth Summit is back. That's right, it's back. Mark your calendars, Saturday, February 22nd, 2025. Trust, you don't want to miss it. We're talking free food, dope giveaways, live performances, guest speakers, raffle prizes, and much more. Welcoming ages 14 through 19, come through to the 2025 Boston's Mayor Youth Summit taking place at the Artists for Humanity Epicenter, located at 100 West 2nd Street in South Boston, from the hours of 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Visit boston.gov/youth-summit to snag your free ticket. But move fast, tickets are limited. See you there.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
We are back. And I was gonna sing this. I was gonna start singing this song, but then I realized that I didn't quite know the words.
What does the song say?
Puerto Rico, we always animated when it's the don't be, a diddy bitty ba-dum be,
a bitty bitty bang bang.
Yes.
Yeah, like that. Hey.
It's time for we had a couple of more just quick updates in the local news, and then we'll get into those, and then we'll go right into our national news.
Yeah, so judge approves the extradition of a teen to face charges in Turkey. He killed somebody as he drove his daddy's Porsche at 5 times the speed limit around a curve. What is this story?
That's what as a little boy. It's probably one of these affluent cases.
Oh, affluenza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, affluenza. Mm-hmm. When you're not used to hearing no or being disciplined or knowing right from wrong.
Wow.
How did that case pass?
He got off.
That's what I'm saying. How did that get through the system that boy got to get off from doing the terrible things that he did just because he don't know no good?
He don't know no good. He don't know no repercussions of actions.
So I don't think that should be a reason why you get away with a crime because you didn't know if it was good, if you was doing good or bad.
Yeah.
Like your parents should be arrested then.
Silliness. Yes. So what do we have here? A federal magistrate today approved extradition to Turkey for a teenager facing the equivalent of motor vehicle homicide charges after he allegedly sped around at a 17 mile per hour curve at more than 100 miles per hour.
No.
100 miles per hour, slamming into people on the side of the road, killing one of them and injuring 4 others.
Wow.
The teen and his mother were arrested at the British International School of Boston in Jamaica Plain last June, just before they were to tour the campus as a possible new school after their sudden departure from Istanbul following the deadly crash, and a stay in Florida with a trip to see the sights in New York. This boy went on vacation after killing up people. Wow.
This is what I don't like. Send him back to Turkey and put him in Turkey jail.
Oh, yes. And in his ruling, U.S. District Court Magistrate Judge Donald Cabell rejected all of the teen's arguments to let him stay in the U.S., including that the victim didn't die from internal hemorrhaging caused by being hit by a speeding SUV, but by a long ambulance ride to a more distant hospital and the slow treatment he got there.
That's what they said.
That was their defense. He didn't die because I hit him.
He didn't die because I hit him at 100 miles per hour. He died because the ambulance wasn't fast enough to get him to the hospital after I hit his ass.
Yes. Cabell also rejected the idea that the teen, not named in court documents because of his age, could not be extradited because the crime he is wanted for in Turkey is not exactly the same as what he might be charged with here.
See, I'm going to be a defense lawyer because I feel like defense lawyers could just make up anything. It's not his fault. What had happened was, and I feel like they all start with the what had happened was. Is that the ambulance, if the ambulance was, we should be suing the ambulance manufacturer for making the ambulance drive so slow, because had he hadn't been slow, they could have saved his life after my client.
And that's what the judge said. The judge said that the key thing is that killing somebody by recklessly ramming into them at a high speed rate is a felony either here or in Turkey. Wherever it is that you're going to go. Cabell also rejected the argument that just because a prosecutor in Istanbul issued an arrest warrant for the teen, that doesn't mean that the teen had been formally charged with the crime as required. Only that he is being investigated for it. Who is this defense lawyer?
I like him.
Did the kid defend himself?
I like him. I like him. He's not going to stop at just the basic. He's gonna try all the basics too.
It is unclear if Campbell raised an eyebrows. He discussed the definition of the noun charge and the verbs to charge and to formally charge, as cited in Black Law's dictionary, and decisions involving other people who have tried this argument to say this was nonsense. Although the teen has gone unnamed in court documents, his mother, Ellie Lam Tok, has been named in her own extradition proceedings. She's a Turkish author married to Bülent a prominent Turkish plastic surgeon who specializes in amazing butt surgery.
What's the story?
That is funny.
So his parents are rich because they're plastic surgeons.
A plastic surgeon who does BBLs, and the mother is a prominent author.
Oh well, y'all got a felony and extradited son.
Yeah.
And maybe if y'all had thought about that, instead of inflating people's booties, inflate your son's mind.
Right. So the boy was driving the Porsche SUV, slammed into the people at 100 miles per hour in the 17 mile per hour zone. And this is what's going on.
It's the ambulance fault.
It's the ambulance fault.
Nice.
City will ask state to help to rebuild Madison Park High School.
So, I guess this is where I'm at, right? We're spending a little under $100 million city dollars to rebuild a White Stadium. I saw that there has been a $25 million deposit made so far.
How much?
$25 million.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Deposit have been made so far into their collection for the White Stadium. How come we're not investing our money into schools like Madison Park Technical Vocational High School?
Yeah.
Like, how come we don't want, like, how come Madison Park still has like a ghetto-ish, not, you know, like a negative-ish
connotation.
Yes, a connotation.
Yes, reputation.
Why isn't Madison one of our most pristine like Madison and O'Brien?
Yeah.
O'Brien is an exam school, so that should already be in tip-top shape.
Yes.
Madison is a technical vocational school.
It should be one.
I think it's one of the only, like, it's one of the only ones in
Boston.
Right. And probably New England. And
no, there's a few.
And we're not focusing on making sure that school has everything it needs for these children to learn car work, labor, digital, broadcasting,
cosmetology,
every
the
single
board.
thing that you want your child to have options to doing is happening at Madison High School. Why aren't we investing in that school more than we are?
I absolutely agree about that with that. And for it to be, you know, Boston, we have the Wentworth Institute of Technology is right down the street from there. MIT, it's a technological vocational. But for as far as now these days, we know that a lot of kids aren't interested in going into college, right?
Yes.
Why aren't we putting money into these things that are increasing these kids' skills and encouraging people to go there? As you said, it does still have this reputation of being a bad school or a school for bad kids or whatever, where kids go if it's an alternative for whatever. But I'm very happy about this, the city investing money in it. Mary Wu said on Tuesday that her administration will seek state approval and funding to help build a new or heavily renovated facility for the aging Madison Park Technical Vocational High School campus in Roxbury.
If they don't get it, though, will they still do it? Keep reading. Sorry.
I mean, that's gonna have to.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna have to look at potential Mayor Kraft for that. In a letter to city councilors on Monday, the mayor requested city council approve to begin the application process with the Massachusetts School Building Authority before a filing deadline in April. There is no guarantee that the state authority will approve the city's funding request, although the city of Boston has seen success in recent grant cycles. Last year, its application to state funding to build a new campus for Dorchester's Ruth Batson Academy was the latest BPS project to earn an invite to the process. A new facility to house the merged Shaw-Taylor School on the Dorchester-Mattapan line gained an invitation in 2023. That's the one over here, right on the corner of Morton and Norfolk.
Yeah.
The full cost of rebuilding Madison Park is not yet known. The preliminary estimates range as high as $750 million, according to the city sources.
$750 million?
Yeah.
I still be wondering.
That's not as much as it's going to cost to build a stadium, though, right?
No, the stadium is 200 million.
Oh, it's 200 million.
Yeah,
million.
Yeah, million. We're putting in $1 million, and the partners are putting in $1 million to come up. Well, $100 million to come up with the 200 million. Remember that for White Stadium, it was originally supposed to be $50 million, and then when they recalculated, it ended up being 99 million that we are in charge of.
Oh. So what's the 200?
So that's what I want. That's how much the total cost.
Okay.
So why does Madison cost $750 million?
Because they probably want to knock it down and build it back up.
Well, hey, do it. Knock it down and build it the hell back up.
The campus on Malcolm X Boulevard near Roxbury Crossing was built in the 1960s and has become increasingly outdated, in part because of the building's poured concrete construction is not conducive to modern technology such as Wi-Fi.
Oh.
This campus has been a beacon for decades, but over time the facilities haven't gotten the reinvestment that's needed to make sure it's the most modern and updated platform for our students and for our industries to be plugged in, Wu said after she toured the property on Tuesday morning. She added, we've been working for over a year now with community members to have a real visioning process for what a modern, updated, beautiful Madison Park campus could be. And we're taking the first steps in decades to make that a reality by putting forth some of the designs and feedback and then entering a process to apply for funding from the state as well.
Oh, Jesus.
That would allow us to move this project forward. An invitation into the MSBA process is a first step and does not guarantee a fixed budget or cost and does not ensure that it will advance to construction. A successful MSBA project usually includes shared costs between the state and the city. On Tuesday, Wu said that the application at the MSBA would focus strictly on the Madison Park campus and not the John D. O'Brien School of Math and Science campus next door.
So they decided not to move John D. O'Brien
because they
were to the English.
Yeah. Right.
And what happened with that? Oh, I think it was a lot of opposition from everybody about moving it there, so they kept it there. I feel like that whole block should be torn down and done over.
Well, I wonder why there was opposition for them to move it there.
Because, no, they wanted to move it to, like, West Roxbury.
Oh, Westie's campus is huge.
But I think it was, like, transportation, the people that are going to Madison and O'Brien, like, how are they going to get there?
Yeah.
You know,
the
like
same way the kids that went to Westie got there.
Well, they went to Westie. My school is down the street all the time, and this is why I chose and we went here. I don't want to go to Westie. I don't want to.
But you can't choose to go to the O'Brien. You gotta examine.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if it's there in the hood and we want to
Yeah.
keep it in the hood for the hood children and whatever, blah blah, we can't take it to Westie. I don't want. I'm not. Like helicopter parents. He's not getting on the bus to go to Westie. He can go down the street to John O'Brien.
Oh yeah, but no. But moving it to English would have probably not been a bad idea either, though.
What did they put in English?
I don't know. Because English is right there by Forest Hills.
Is English still English?
I don't know, girl.
They still got a school there?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
I have no idea. But anyhow, there's all of that going on. So I think that I'm not mad at that. I think
They
that
are huge,
Madison does need to be revamped and that would
make
be good.
it slow.
Good morning, Evans.
Make it a slow build.
Yeah.
My favorite phrase these days is, how do you eat an elephant?
Yes.
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
Evan says that English High School is still there. It's still
good.
Very nice. And that was our local news.
And now we're going to go straight into our national news.
Straight up into it. NASA's 2 stuck astronauts may return to Earth sooner.
Oh, good.
Under a new plan. Weren't they supposed to come back this month anyway?
February?
I thought it was February. I thought it was February. Look at her with her hair just up there. NASA's 2 stuck astronauts may end up back on Earth a little sooner than planned. The space agency announced on Tuesday that SpaceX will switch capsules for upcoming astronaut flights in order to bring Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams home in mid-March instead of late March or April. Oh, late March or April. Crazy. That will shave at least a couple weeks off of their prolonged stay at the International Space Station, which hit the 8-month mark last week. That's crazy because they were only supposed to go up there for a couple weeks, right?
Yep.
And they've been up there for 8 months. Wow. Human spaceflight is a full-on unexpected challenge. Is full of unexpected challenges. NASA's commercial crew manager said the test pilots should have returned in June on Boeing Starliner capsule after what should have been a week-long flight. A week. And ended up for 8 months, 8, 9, 10 months. But the capsule had so much trouble getting to the space station that NASA decided to bring it back empty and reassign the pair to SpaceX. Then SpaceX delayed the launch of their replacements on a brand new capsule that needed more prepping, which added more time to Wilmore and Williams' mission. With even more work still anticipated for the new capsule, NASA opted for its next crew to fly up on an older capsule with liftoff now targeted for March 12th. This older capsule had already been assigned to a private crew awaiting launch this spring. The private flight arranged by the Houston company Axiom Space, featuring astronauts from Poland, Hungary, and India, was bumped and will launch later to the space station, possibly still this spring.
This is
so
really...
they're sending up an empty one to bring them back, or they sending one up, more people up there to replace them, or what they doing? What is they?
I don't know, but my only thought was this: do you think they having sex up there?
They better.
Can you have sex in space? Does your body parts actually stick together?
I mean, everything is up.
I'm not sure why I was thinking that, but I think it was Schneider. Schneider started it. He's like, 8 months, space baby. I mean, if they had done that, they would have had a space baby.
That'd be kind of dope.
Cool. Like, I was born in space.
I'm an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would they be American citizen? Not under the Trump administration.
Alien.
Oh, no, their parents are American, so they would automatically be American. But they weren't born here.
They're not, because that birther thing don't go here no more. So I don't know. But now I can no longer complain when my Uber is canceled.
Because imagine that. I went up into space for a week. I just going up there for a week, check things out, blah, blah, blah. 8 months later.
8 months later.
I'm not understanding, because they got rid of their broken ship or whatever, and they had them working on the space landing.
Space station.
So how come there's no space? The people that is up on space, do they live there? Like in general? Like, is that where they reside at 123 the Moon Ave? Like, what is it? Where do they live?
Did you smoke this morning? What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about?
The people that are working on the space station.
Yeah.
There's got to be people up there. Do they live there or do they come and go?
They're supposed to come and go. They're not supposed to stay up there.
But that's what I'm saying. So nobody has gone back to Earth in 8 months?
People have.
That's what I'm saying.
Them
How come they
just
couldn't
haven't.
put them on a plane? Like, do they have different DNA that they can't go on a regular plane of somebody?
This is what I'm saying. They live and come back.
How long do they stay out there?
I don't think they're supposed to be there for 8 months.
I gotta go down the rabbit hole.
Go on into the hole, girl.
How long does space station employees work? Let's see. Here we go. ChatGPT. A typical workday for an astronaut on the space station is about 16 hours long, with them essentially being on call 24 hours a day. This includes conducting experiments, maintaining the station, and performing spacewalks when necessary. A typical mission on the International Space Station lasts around 6 months.
6 months?
While not a strict 9 to 5, astronauts have a structured schedule with dedicated time for research, exercise, and station maintenance. Overtime, due to the demanding nature of space operations, astronauts often work overtime, especially during critical phases of a mission. The crew size, a typical crew on the space station consists of about 6 people. Wow. You learn something new every goddamn day.
Hey, day, B.
Yeah, what do astronauts do? How do astronauts use the bathroom?
What does it say?
It's a video. I kind of want to watch it. I'll pull it up later. We'll get into astronaut business a little bit later. What research is being done over the years? Many activities and research projects have been completed. For example, advances have been made in saliva testing to detect active viruses, which allows for faster, less invasive testing. Additionally, over 500 microgravity protein crystal growth investigations have been conducted. This research helps find better treatment for diseases such as cancer and muscular dystrophy. Wow.
Very nice.
I like to learn new things.
Yes.
That makes me happy. Good for them.
A grenade has gone off at a Goodwill.
In Grenada?
Grenade donation. I know. I thought it was Grenada too. I got happy. It's Carnival in Grenada, and I spoke to my friend last night, and he was having such a great time.
How the hell is it Carnival in Grenada? Didn't we just go to Grenada?
Caracou, excuse me. Caracou is having their own. Their carnival starts February 26th to March 4th. So it's the same time, but they are having a time down there. I saw a video the other day of Coochie posted a video from a Carriacou Juve or something. I don't know. Grenade donation at Goodwill in Augusta prompts bomb squad response. Officials say the Goodwill store in Augusta was evacuated after someone donated what appeared to be hand grenades.
That's nice.
That's nice. And why did they? What? Goodwill Northern New England says the Goodwill store on Senator Way was evacuated on Tuesday morning out of an abundance of caution. Police say a box containing possible military grenades and mortars was discovered amongst the donated items.
Who do I give? Like, who do I? Who did they donate them to?
They donated it to Goodwill.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting my box ready to go to Goodwill. Oh, here's some extra grenades. Let me just put these in the box.
Maybe do you think they didn't know what they were, or what do you think they thought?
Because when you see a grenade, don't you know it's a grenade?
I know it is. But I don't know. Maine State Police later determined that the grenade was a spent training grenade and that the other items were fuses for artillery shells. According to police, the store did not receive any threats.
Goodwill don't have instructions of things that we accept versus things that we don't.
This is what I'm saying, because they sure accepted my good wine glasses. That fool took my good wine glasses down to the Goodwill. They took them so quick. They was gone so fast. According to police, the store did not receive any threats. Police do not believe there was any ill intent by the person who dropped them off. Unfortunately, this is oddly common. Many New Englanders collect antique weapons in their homes. We ask that people do not donate weaponry. Even if they know it is antique and safe, our store employees do not. And we need to take the precautions we have today, said Goodwill New England. They said the bomb squad was called in and secured the items.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the donation. However, at this time, we're not taking any war weapons or including grenades, bazookas, old tanks that you might have left,
or any other weapons of mass destruction.
You know, like a musket. We're not accepting those at the moment.
Yeah.
And thank you for your donation. We'll take those socks though. Like, like what?
Thank you for your consideration.
Yes, Michael. Sorry, that was a very blondish moment. Space station employees equal astronauts. Yes, that would be what they are.
Who said that? Me?
Michael. It is right, because I was like, that is true. They got a name. I never knew what a transparent moment. I never really knew what an astronaut did. I thought they just went over there, land on the moon, plant a flag, and come back. I didn't know that they was hanging out there fixing shit. Rocks and androids and asteroids and molecular follicles. I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't think about it, you just know it, but you don't think about it.
Yeah, like it's not one of those things that are defined. Like just now, I looked up vocational because I know it's vocational. I know that they get to learn new things, but I didn't know the actual definition of vocational.
Why do they send you appointment reminders for your appointment next week? Why do they do that?
It makes me mad.
Yes, me as well. I'm mad now.
Yeah.
FBI says it discovered 2,400 new records related to the JFK assassination. The agency was transferring the records for declassification and did not say what information they contained. Yes.
Because remember, that's one of the other things that Donald Trump did too.
Yep.
He opened the files for JFK and Martin Luther King. Other than this, have we heard anything about that yet?
No, but why did he do that? Why was that?
I mean, that was looked at as a victory for the MAGA supporters. Like, he's doing things that we've always wanted him to do, and that's release the FBI files on the execution of MLK and John and Kennedy.
Why?
Because the people want to know if the government really was involved in conspiracy of execution.
For JFK as well?
Yeah.
Okay. The FBI on Tuesday said that it discovered 2,400 new records related to the assassination of former President JFK as federal agencies worked to comply with Donald Trump's executive order last month to release thousands of files. The FBI said it's working to transfer the records to the National Archives and Records Administration to be included in the declassification process. The federal government in the early 1990s mandated that all documents related to the 22nd of November 1963 November 22nd, 1963 assassination be housed in a single collection at the National Archives. And while the vast majority of the collection, over 5 million records, has been made public, researchers estimate that 3,000 files haven't been released, either in whole or in part. The FBI did not say in its statement what kind of information the newly discovered files contain. The FBI in 2020 opened a central records complex and began a years-long effort to ship electronically inventory and store closed case files from field offices across the country. The agency said in a more comprehensive records inventory, along with technological advances, allowed them to quickly search and locate records. Yes, you.
My turn. So before he released them to the government, he released them, but then the government got to look through them to see what's in there before they release to other people? What? Is that what you said? Is that, somebody tell me if that's what she said.
I don't know none of these things.
I think that's what you said. I don't want you to release the government files to the government for them to go through it and make sure that everything is good before they relate it to the whatever. If you're releasing the files, release the files. I want to read I want to read the notes on the side. I want to read the margin outlines. I want to read the footnotes and the header notes. That's what I want. Don't look at nothing, government. We don't trust you. That's why Doge is in charge.
Yeah. I don't know what it says.
Doge.
Doge. Whoopi and them call it dog E.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah. In that, sorry, I have to send it.
Michael says there's just finding these files where someone's. That's what I'm saying. Where were the files? Were they in the classified cabinet at the back of the office?
It says that they had put them in a place. They built a complex and had them stored there. All documents related, they were housed in a single collection in the National Archives.
That nobody could see? Because I think you got to wear gloves when you go to the National Archives and look at the things, you know.
Oh, like how they did it. Remember that movie where they went and they had to go into the bottom of the museum to go find the scrolls and all that stuff? What's it called?
Indiana Jones.
National Treasure.
Is National Treasure and Indiana Jones the same thing?
No. One is with Brendan Fraser, and the other one is with
Fraser Brendan.
Charlton Heston. What's his name? You know, and what's Indiana Jones' name?
Keanu Reeves?
No, you're awful. Trump's order last month directed the National Intelligence Director and Attorney General to develop a plan to release classified records related to Kennedy's assassination. A spokesperson for the Office of the Director of National Intelligence said that it is required by the order to release a plan to be submitted, but offered no details about the plan.
It's stupid.
Why?
Harrison Ford.
Thank
you, Dee Dee.
Why?
I just feel like Dee Dee said, so many other things that have happened more currently that applies to current life. Like, I think it's great and all that they released it, or I don't know if it's great or not. I don't know. But I don't even feel like it should be like, you know, like it should be until they open up and start revealing what they find. I don't think that people should really kind of be focused on.
Did I know this? So he was, you know, they arrested Lee Harvey Oswald for the death.
Yeah.
And 2 days after he was killed, a nightclub owner fatally shot Oswald. Did I know that?
Yes.
I did know that? Oh, okay. This is interesting.
There's a random facts that you know and you don't pay attention to because it's like, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. If somebody wants to give me a synopsis of why this is happening, I'm open to that because I don't.
The government set up the executions
of JFK
and MLK.
Oh. President Trump pledges to respect court decisions and introduces new rules to reduce a federal workforce. President Trump and Elon Musk appeared side by side at the White House on Tuesday afternoon defending a new executive order aimed at reducing the federal workforce.
Did y'all see this press conference yesterday?
Despite legal challenges and concerns. No, but it's there if you want to play it.
Let's go to it because it was rather bizarre.
Yeah.
Like if I go start reading it, I'm getting the...
President Donald Trump announced a new executive order on Tuesday to shrink the federal workforce, implying that Elon Musk-led Department of Government Efficiency to enact what he calls workforce optimization. The plan directs agencies to hire no more than 1 employee for every 4 that leave. Agencies must also get approval from DOJ in their employment process and create a monthly hiring report. Trump, appearing alongside Musk in Tuesday afternoon's remark of the White House, defended the order. Some of the things that we found, which is shocking, were billions and billions of dollars in waste, fraud, and abuse. Nobody had any idea it was that bad, that sick, and that corrupt. And it seems hard to believe that judges want to try and stop us from looking for corruption.
Shut up, stupid. I want him to shut up forever. Hold on a second. Okay, let's go into this press release right now and see
President Trump
what is going on.
President Donald Trump says he will respect the court's decisions, but is still forging ahead with another executive order shrinking the federal workforce.
I always abide by the courts, and then I'll have to appeal it.
Reversing course after questioning the legality of the court system, President Trump, alongside Elon Musk, defended moves to extensively cut the federal government.
The people voted for major government reform, and that's what people are going to get.
Musk brushing off concerns of unchecked power and transparency in the process.
I fully expect to be scrutinized and get a daily proctology exam, basically.
The president approving an order directing agencies to hire no more than 1 employee for every 4 that leave. A plan approved by Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, along with a monthly hiring report.
Donald Trump is not free to bulldoze his way through the rule of law.
Lawmakers across Washington sounding the alarm over the lack of accountability, while others defended the White House's actions.
Taking legitimate executive action to root out waste, fraud, and abuse in all these federal programs.
The White House is also limiting more oversight. President Donald Trump fired the Inspector General of USAID after they warned that it could lose track of some $8.2 billion in funds if the agency is shut down. In Washington, I'm Amy Lou.
Oh, Amy.
Oh, Amy Lou. Amy Lou who? I don't know.
It was I watched the press conference yesterday, and you know what's
Michael America has the best comments.
What'd he say?
Every time I hear Elon during these interviews, I feel like the people who were hunting DEI hires missed a big one.
That's like, how come Elon in this conference was the couple of clips that they showed yesterday? They were talking. He was making his. He was like, I don't think that I'll get it right every time. Like, I'm human and stuff. There's gonna be a margin of error. We can't expect somebody to get it perfect every time. And I'm like, ain't that what Donald Trump is saying? That white men get it done perfectly every time. That means that nobody else can get it perfectly. Like when he did that interview with Don Lemon, talking about the doctors or the medical doctors in, like them medical doctors being hired via DEI. And he was practically saying, like, we have to go based on merit. So Don Lemon was like, it based on merit, then that's not how it is, because there's more white doctors than there is black doctors. And on top of that, white doctors are making mistakes over and over and over and over again. So with Elon, how come it doesn't make any sense that I expect Elon to be perfect? I expect Elon to not make any mistakes and to do everything right. So when Elon goes up there talking about, I'm human, I won't get everything right, then you're a DEI hire and you need to be fired. You need to get it right. As a white man, everything should be absolutely perfect. And that's how I want it to be. You need to be perfect.
Why don't we deport Elon Musk?
This is what I don't understand. Because Elon Musk is running the country.
Right. Well, and he shouldn't be able to run the country. He is not an American. Is he a citizen?
Probably. Maybe he's probably a citizen. He's a dreamer.
He's
a dreamer. I think it is.
He's an ignorant.
Yeah, I think he's actually a dreamer. Like you came here when you wasn't supposed to and started working under illegal pretexts as an illegal alien, and you built your wealth based on the fact that you started working in America illegally, and now you're one of the richest men in the world trying to tell people to get all the illegals out because you don't want nobody to be you.
Why they don't put him in a rocket ship and send him up into space?
In his own rocket ship.
Why don't he go live on space and go rule out there?
And that's the thing. So even at this press conference, it's just so not serious. Elon Musk was talking like he was at, like, It was a press conference. Donald Trump is sitting there with his arms folded, listening to Elon Musk answer all of the questions from everybody else. Elon Musk is so unserious. Like, he has his child on his shoulders, like playing with his hat and playing with his hair and stuff like that. Like, it looks like we were at the park playing as a play date.
Yeah.
This is America that we're living. I understand that America is very strict and staunch and whatever, but there's some things that just are what they are.
Yeah.
The presidency should be strict, staunch, and serious.
And make America great again. Why? What is Elon Musk investment in making America great?
When was America great again for you? Because you weren't born here. It was never not great for you.
I don't know. He shouldn't even be able to work for the government at this level without citizenship. Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. Basically, if they didn't win, he would have been sent to jail. But they stole the election, so now he's an honorary citizen. Probably an honorary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honorary citizen. So that's Trump and Elon and their bull doo-doo. Monty, the giant schnauzer, wins Best in Show.
Yay!
They are big.
He's so pretty.
A giant schnauzer named Monty was crowned Best in Show at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show on Tuesday, the most prestigious dog show in the U.S. After reaching the final 3 years in a row, Monty beat more than 2,500 canines to become the first giant schnauzer to take home the show's top prize. Go, Monty, go.
Go,
the puppy
Monty.
did the damn thing, Monty's owner, Kate Bernadine, said in the event televised at New York's Madison Square Garden. The dog club is the oldest in the U.S., dedicated to showing dogs with its annual show. Now it's 149th year, the second longest sporting event held in the U.S. after the Kentucky Derby.
Really?
I didn't know it was Sparkle in there.
Because he's not a purebred. He's not a purebred. Doodles are mutts.
So it has to be purebred.
You have to be
dogs
a
in here?
purebred dog that can pass all kinds of training and things. We're gonna take a pause for the cause and we're gonna watch a little bit of it because that's fun. I'm watching it as well. Let's see, Monte. Look at him. That's a pretty boy. Hi. He's so happy. So, because everything is about race. Because everything about race.
I can't think of.
If you do have a purebred dog, another area that we are not often seen in, just like F1 racing. I know Pastor Choi is listening. Just like F1 racing, in these dog shows and these purebred, like certifications and whatever. This is another industry that is missing Black people in general. And if we these are all the places and areas that we need to start taking. Just kind of investigating. And we're going to be talking about world domination and Black people having, equality and DEI and everything like that. Even down to the dog shows. Y'all got to get your little black ass dogs in there and start training them and making them pretty and doing their hair and stuff like that. And entering and start taking all of these awards from these white people. And that's my PSA and soapbox for today. Yes, the dog shows are fun to watch, but discriminatory. Miss Sparkle should be eligible. I believe he should too, because he's so cute. That dog looks like he's high maintenance. Those giant schnauzers are extremely high maintenance and extremely energetic.
I know, he's so nice.
He's so cute though. One of my friends has a black giant schnauzer, and I love that dog.
Who got a schnauzer?
Hey, Cesar.
I would like to play with it.
It's so cute.
Pedigree is the first barrier to entry. So purebred means that the parents are the same thing. The whole line is the same. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
They were born. They were mom and dad they were certified purebred. Then they had another certified purebred. And then you brush them and you clean them and make them nice and train them well.
Oh my gosh, I have to check up on my dog from last week.
What happened to it?
Nala, remember I was watching her all through the night having birth.
Yeah.
I have to check up on her and the babies and see how they're doing. I was so invested in. I watched that until 2 o'clock in the morning, watching that dog have puppies. The things you do. Flu season in the U.S. is the most intense it's been in at least 15 years. Where's the background music?
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you.
You need your soundtrack?
I need my soundtrack. So the flu season, the U.S. winter virus season is in full force, and by one measure, it's the most intense in 15 years. People have been getting very sick lately.
Yes, shout out to Get Well Raynell. I saw her with a message today that she has been down bad. So shout out to our friend
and
Raynell.
My good friend DJ Tempo in New York was very, very sick as well.
No. There's so many people that are just down out
bad
with the flu.
Yeah, one indicator of flu activity is the percentage of doctor's office visits driven by flu-like symptoms. Last week, that number was clearly higher than the peak of any winter flu season since 2009 and 2010, when a swine flu pandemic hit the nation, according to data posted Friday morning for the Centers for Disease Control. Of course, other viral infections can be mistaken for flu, but COVID-19 appears to be on the decline. I was going to say, do people still get COVID?
Yeah, I don't know anybody who had. No, I do. Like last year, the end of last year, I think a couple of people were getting COVID.
Really? According to the hospital data and to CDC modeling projections, available data also suggests other respiratory illnesses, RSV, has been fading nationally, and that's good. So you guys, I don't know if a lot of people are getting flu shots or do that anymore.
I think that after COVID, a lot of people, this is my assumption. I believe that after COVID, a lot of people stopped believing in vaccines, period, because of all the foolishness. And I don't believe that people are going to get flu shots. That's a lie, because people wasn't getting flu shots before. Any black person you ask if they got a flu, I don't get no flu.
So I was required by my job to get a flu shot, even though I work at home by myself. And at the time that I went to go get my flu shot, they offered me another COVID vaccine, and I've already had 3 or 4?
3?
I think I've had 3 or 4.
You like a vaccine? That's why you cook now,
the
shorty.
jab.
Girl. Yeah.
What is? Anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna get the flu shot because I have to, but I am not getting another COVID vaccine.
No, I'm not. I'm done with COVID vaccine. If you're gonna give me a flu shot, then I feel like that should just cover COVID, period.
Exactly.
Make one shot.
Make one shot without mix it up in a cocktail, stick it all in there at one time. What I got to be getting all these different things for?
Separate itself.
Yes.
I'll pass, no jab. So you don't do, Evans, are you talking about the COVID shot, or are you talking about flu shots and vaccines? How many of y'all out there right now are anti-vaccine even before the COVID shot?
Yeah.
Because those are the only people that I felt that should have been fighting down vaccines as hard as they do. If I've never had a vaccine because I don't believe in that, then fine. You don't need to get this one.
Yeah.
However, if you've received all of your measles, mumps, and rubella, your tetanus shots all the years, the chicken pox, the
shingles,
what's it called? H1B1,
H1N1, MMR,
herpes.
No.
The one that they give the children at 12.
HPV.
Yes, that one. If you getting all of those, then y'all could have got a COVID shot.
You could have got a COVID shot. Yeah. So far this season, the CDC estimates there have been at least 24 million flu illnesses, 310,000 hospitalizations, and 13,000 deaths, including at least 57 children from the flu.
The flu actually feels like death.
Yeah.
It feels like you are dying and that you will not make it.
You ever have the flu and you sneeze and it feels like somebody has stabbed you in your back repeatedly? Oh my God, that is the
one
worst.
time I ended up going to the emergency room because I had the flu. I was laid out in that emergency room like across 4 chairs, like
contaminating all the chairs in the waiting room.
I was like, if I'm gonna die, I want to die in the hospital so they can resuscitate my life, because I'm not gonna make it.
Oh my gosh, that is terrible.
Terrible.
South Jersey elementary school teacher is accused of having sexual relationship with a child student.
How old is the child student?
The child is 13 and she's 28.
Nope.
Yeah.
And arrest her immediately.
They had a child that was born in 2019.
I'm sorry. He was 13
and she was 28 and they had a child. Laura Carden, 34, of Cape May Courthouse was arrested on Wednesday on charges of aggravated sexual assault, and endangering the welfare of a child. The alleged crimes happened between 2016 and 2020 at the suspect's home in Cape May Courthouse. Authorities say the victim was 13 years old and living with the 28-year-old when their child was born in 2019. The case was brought to the light when the victim's father made a social media post in December of 2024 saying Karen's 5-year-old child looked very similar to him and his son. Authorities say Karen taught the victim and his brother in 5th grade.
Yes.
Over the years, the parents of the victim said the family became friends with Karen, which ultimately led to them even allowing their boys and daughter to stay at Karen's home at times. The visits began 1 to 2 nights a week, but the children stayed with Karen permanently from 2016 to 2020. Why? During this first appearance hearing, the judge identified Karen as a resource family parent for the children. The victim's sister, who stayed at Karen's home at one point, allegedly told police she thought her older brother was about 11 years old when they started sleeping with his teacher in the same bed. According to the criminal complaint, the sister revealed the children would sleep in the shared room on the 2nd floor, but noticed her brother would go to Karen's bed the next morning. She also reportedly told officers that when her brother would shower, Karen would enter the bathroom and lock the door.
Oh, wow.
In a text message to his teacher, the victim allegedly admitted that he was the father of Karen's 5-year-old child and requested that it be kept a secret. The victim's brother, who also stayed at Karen's home, allegedly witnessed Karen sexually assaulting his brother one time when they thought he was asleep. During an interview with the victim, police say the victim confirmed he had a sexual relationship with his teacher and that he was the father of her child. The victim reportedly said he was in contact with the teacher until his father made the Facebook post in December. When the district first advised of the allegations, the staff member was immediately placed on and continues to be on paid administrative leave. Additional requests should be directed to the Cape May County Prosecution's Office, they said.
He went to Facebook instead of to the police?
Yeah.
He's 13. I swear to God.
Well, he's 15 now.
And with a child?
With a child. With the 34-year-old.
Is she
No,
in jail?
34 is 6, so he's 13. He's 19 now.
She went to jail?
She's in jail. She's being held behind bars at the correctional center. I want to personally assure the parents of Middle Township that we are taking every step possible to ensure the safety of our children. Our department is working closely with the prosecutor's office to ensure that every aspect of this case is thoroughly investigated.
What is it about at 28 years old? And you look at her. I don't understand child molesters, and I don't understand teen molesters either. What's sexy about him? What is sex? Because even if a 13-year-old is mad big, they still look like a big ass baby.
Yeah.
They have little baby faces on a big body that they don't know how to handle. So is it that you're desperate and lonely that you gotta rub up on a baby?
I don't know, because that little sexy baby at the meat counter, the deli counter yesterday that had me blushing.
He was a grown ass man. He had to be at least 23 years old.
Exactly. And he still looked like a sexy baby to me. Little sexy baby had me just as blushing.
He was cute. I'm gonna go buy some turkey today.
I was just as blushing and a blush. I had to walk away because I felt like an old nasty pervert blushing at the little boy. So what does 28-year-old see in a 13-year-old? That could be your child if she was fast as she was and had a child at 15, which a lot of people do. That is nastiness.
That's
what
nasty.
You was doing there.
That's nasty. And then I don't want none of you nasty men, you grown ass men. And let's talk.
Talk about it.
A lot of you men, especially West Indian men, have been sexually assaulted by some older woman, babysitter, cousin, aunt, or somebody like that. And y'all think it's a badge of honor because somebody was touching on your little muscle meat when you was a baby.
Looking at your little chicken chest.
Exactly. And I want y'all to rise up and demand your time back because you was assaulted. No grown woman should be touching the babies.
Me Too also applies to you, baby. Do you know how many of these West Indian men lost their virginity at like 12 years old
at 12.
to some woman that was their babysitter, 25 and older and up and all of these things? That is sexual abuse. It is not cute. Don't brag about it. Don't tell me about that because then I'm going to refer you to counseling.
Ibn said, Tony, you a pervert. and he said, lucky that never happened to me. Ibn, I believe it did. How old, men in the comments, if you guys are not feeling any type of way.
Yeah.
How old were you when you lost your innocence?
And Ibn, stop lying, because I was trying to sexual harass you when you was 15. I was only 12. But still, you wouldn't let me do it.
You were 19, Ibn?
19.
You was a nice boy, and that's probably from your church
Adventist
upbringing.
youth. That's Pathfinder to him. He didn't know how to tie the knot.
Come on, other men. Come on, tell me. Don't you be afraid. I won't report it unless you feel comfortable. How old were you when you lost your innocence? And as
Schneider,
virginity.
Innocence didn't go to jail until the second time. These cases ain't taken seriously because we see women as never being molesters. The teacher that got knocked up twice by her fifth grade student didn't go to jail until the second time. Yeah, and she's poor thing. She died.
Oh, you men are old when you
18
started.
and 21.
Yeah, wow. Look, you guys are decent young men.
Wow.
16, Mike Nice. Oh, they're getting lower. Oh, Lord.
All right, so who else? Come on. Who else is in out there?
Tell me.
Tell us how old you were when you lost your virginities.
I'm not going to ask you women's because y'all's fast.
No, we're not.
Fat.
I was a grown woman.
It was almost me at 13.
You know, I'll punch you in the face. I was not 14, you whore. I was 18 in college, sir. Thank you.
By myself, 16.
I can't stand him. By myself, I was 16. And then this story is a kind of a WTF a little bit. A Texas dentist was caught huffing while driving with more than 100 cans of laughing gas in his car.
I want to go.
That must have been funny. A Houston area dentist is facing criminal charges after huffing nitrous oxide all day, then leading cops on a half-mile car chase, which marked his third arrest since October on identical charges. Do you know he was laughing the whole time that he had those people behind him? Woo. He was laughing the whole time. Christopher Michael Pedler, DDS, a 39-year-old married father of three, who also teaches at the University of Texas School of Dentistry, was caught Saturday with 107 canisters of nitrous, a complaint filed in Harris County District Court states. Pedler was clocked going 44 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, then refused to stop for police when they tried to pull him over, making multiple turns while looking back in his mirror and laughing, I'm sure. Two of the nitrous canisters were extremely cold with ice crystals formed on the exterior, suggesting recent use, according to the complaint. When he finally gave himself up, Pedler, who was then free on bond for possession of inhalant paraphernalia, said he had a problem and admitted he had been inhaling all day. The Harris County Constable Precinct announced Pedler's arrest on social media. Defense attorney David Smith, who is representing Pedler in court, told The Independent, due to the ongoing legal proceedings, we are unable to provide detailed comments on these allegations. Please afford our client the presumption of innocence that he, like anyone accused of the offense, is entitled to in America. While a law enforcement agency has decided to release statements allegedly made by our client in this matter, we trust that the legal process will work and that the government's case will be tried in court of law and not in the media. Nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas, is a mild sedative used in dentistry to manage patients' pain and anxiety. Abuse can lead to seizures, brain damage, psychosis, and paralysis, and accidents involving drivers huffing nitrous have been increasingly common as the substance gains popularity with young people. Pedler was already out on bail following a November 27, 2024 incident in which a neighbor called police for a wellness check after spotting the 39-year-old parked on the side of the street in a white Chevy Suburban at 8 a.m. and upon returning home at 6 p.m. saw the vehicle had not moved. According to the complaint, 10 hours later, it was Pedler still sitting in the driver's seat with his head down on his chest, not moving. During the encounter, Pedler, who was holding a nitrous canister, refused to open the door to exit the SUV, but repeatedly inhaled the contents of the canister.
He was like, if I'm going out, I want to laugh.
As the officers stood by watching, smoke-like vapors come from his mouth when he exhaled. What the hell? Police then placed him under arrest, seizing 112 canisters of nitrous. Once Pedler exited the vehicle, he was sluggish and could not stand without assistance. The pair of incidents came after Pedler's initial arrest in October. in which he was caught by police shortly after 2 a.m. inhaling nitrous in his truck, then failing to listen to the officer's instructions to get out of the vehicle, and furthermore refusing to give the officer his hands as instructed. He was like, here's my hands. Here's my hands. Get him. Gotta be faster than that. The October run-in with cops does not specify how much nitrous canisters he allegedly had in his possession at the time.
He gotta get his license revoked because, sir, come on, man. Come on, bro.
Oh, gosh. He continues to engage in conduct that results in his arrest for the same offense and is imposing a danger to the community. In 2017, the Texas Board of Dental Examiners sanctioned Pedlar and fined him $3,000 for engaging in unprofessional and dishonorable conduct after he was observed inhaling nitrous oxide through a nose mask. He was ordered to complete a substance abuse treatment program, to undergo 3 hours of ethics training, and to submit to random drug testing.
As
Poor
he
guy.
should.
He's
Yeah.
got issues.
Let's see mugshot. Let me see if I got a mugshot for him. So I got one in here.
Yeah.
Texas dentist. He looks like a standard, wife man. Standard blonde hair, blue eyes. I wanted to be there. I want to have that type of fun. I want to laugh and be belligerent.
3 times same charge. That's my friend one time. He said he was speeding down Route 9, got pulled over by the police for speeding. And so he got his ticket, started driving again, and about 3 miles down the road got pulled over for speeding again.
What was he doing?
Speeding. Just speeding.
Going fast.
Just going fast.
Going fast.
That has been the national news. Are we going to take a pause, or
We're
what are we
going to
going
take
to do?
a quick pause so I can reset a couple of things.
Reset.
And then we will be back.
Yeah.
We got about 15 minutes left to the show. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM, Saucy and Friends.
Yeah.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
Yo, the City of Boston's Mayor Youth Summit is back. That's right, it's back. Mark your calendars, Saturday, February 22nd, 2025. Trust, you don't want to miss it. We're talking free food, dope giveaways, live performances, guest speakers, raffle prizes, and much more. Welcoming ages 14 through 19, come through to the 2025 Boston's Mayor Youth Summit taking place at the Artists for Humanity Epicenter, located at 100 West 2nd Street in South Boston, from the hours of 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Visit boston.gov/youth-summit to snag your free ticket. But move fast, tickets are limited. See you there.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Spark FM.
And we are back, Saucy and Friends in the morning, and it's time for our entertainment news. Find out what's going on in the entertainment. I don't even know what that was. Entertained in the internet.
On the entertainment on the internet. So we're back with entertainment stuff, and we'll start off with this. And not everyone liked Kendrick Lamar's halftime show, but the numbers don't lie. It is now the most watched halftime show ever, beating out
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Did we talk about this yesterday?
No, we didn't, but I was reading in it. And before we get into the story, that's great and all, but can it be really compared? Because back in the day, did we have as many ways to watch something versus, but go ahead.
No, but you're right. That's definitely a factor in that. So the halftime show, of course, highly talked about, still being talked about, and I think that was the point, to have it be talked about. Like it or not, Rock Nation's halftime show strategy is breaking records. The 2025 Super Bowl halftime show, headlined by Kendrick Lamar, was the most watched in history, drawing 133.5 million viewers and sparking a mix of opinions among viewers. The NFL's partnership with Rock Nation has shifted the Super Bowl halftime show strategy towards featuring artists currently having a moment, like Lamar, as opposed to previous years where the artists like Usher and Rihanna also drew large audiences. The evolution of the Super Bowl halftime show over the years has seen a transition from themed performances with cross-generational artists to headlining acts like Kendrick Lamar, reflecting a shift in entertainment norms and audience performances. So, according to Nielsen Fast National Figures and Tubi NFL first-party analytics, the game which saw Tubi big. The game, which saw the Philadelphia Eagles rout the Kansas City Chiefs, drew an estimated 126 million viewers and peaked at 137.7 million just before the halftime show headlined by Kendrick Lamar. And that was just
in America, right?
That was just in America. Oh,
I
wow.
think so, yeah.
Lamar, who swept the Grammys on February 2nd with 5 wins, is the top of his game as a rapper, reference to his feud with Drake, and the biggest song that emerged from it, Not Like Us, were a high point of his performance. It is the most watched halftime show of all time, according to Rock Nation and Fox News. The NFL reposted the tweet on its official X account. The 4,000 comments on Yahoo Entertainment's recap of Lamar's Super Bowl set expressed differing opinions, and many of the most weren't too happy with the show. Note, responses have been edited for clarity and length, and commenters are identified by the Yahoo usernames only. Okay, I'm old, so it might just be me, Alan wrote. I did not know what was going on during the show and wasn't entertained by it. I'm just guessing here, but I'd say at least 75% of the country feels the same way I do.
Why do people put such high numbers on their own personal opinion?
Right. Lucinda wrote that she is 75 and old enough to remember when various high school marching bands were chosen to perform at halftime during the regular season NFL games. It's not the regular season. Good, clean entertainment, not the stuff that passes for today's Super Bowl halftime shows, which gets worse every year, Lucinda wrote. She's 75 years old. Somebody said 81 and couldn't agree with you more. Need a show for all generations.
I think, I don't know if this is a weird way of thinking, but I don't believe that everything is for everyone. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe you, Lucinda, who's 75, enjoyed the game more because you enjoy the game more. Yeah. I don't believe, I feel like after, even if you thought it was boring, that's fine. You can think that can definitely be your opinion that it was boring. Yeah. But I do want people to acknowledge the fact that I think that it was meant to be boring. Because y'all need to stop wanting to be entertained all the time. I don't care. At the end of the day, the Super Bowl doesn't affect me in any type of way. Whether it's Garth McGraw or Kendrick Lamar, not everybody is going to like everything. The same thing happened last year with Rihanna. Oh, Rihanna, she shouldn't have been pregnant. She should have waited. She should have this. I didn't like it. It was stupid. It wasn't what I thought she was going to give me. Everything ain't going to be what you thought it was going to be. That's it. You got to be able to be okay with it.
Right. And so if Taylor Swift had performed and 75% of the country didn't understand it, because I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
You would have been satisfied, 81-year-old Lucinda?
That's what I'm saying. Lucinda, what would have satisfied you? Definitely Tim McGraw standing up there with a with a banjo, singing one song and not moving the stage because Lucinda, at 81 years old, I don't think that Kendrick Lamar had you as his target audience. Yeah, like that's not who he was putting this show together for. It wasn't you.
I don't know.
It wasn't for the 75 plus. It wasn't.
In 2019, the NFL first tapped Jay-Z's Rock Nation to consult on its entertainment plans, including the Super Bowl halftime show. The goal was to strengthen community through music and the NFL's Inspire Change initiative.
I feel like it strengthened my community because now I'm being like, oh, they gonna be putting subliminal messages and everything. We got to pay attention.
I feel strong about it.
I feel like some of these big platforms, they're going to do a whole entire, secret code of what we supposed to do and how we supposed to research it. And a lot of y'all going to miss the calling for how we save ourselves because you too worried about who's shucking and who's not shiving enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe we need to start paying attention to the subliminal messages.
Yes, pay attention.
A little bit.
Open up.
But what
Wake
do I
up.
know?
Wake up.
What do I know?
Shopify deletes Kanye West Yeezy store selling swastika t-shirts and says it's not authentic commerce. Shopify on Tuesdays took down a website from rapper Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, that sold just one vile item, swastika t-shirts. Ye, who has a history of spewing anti-Semitic hate speech, ran a Super Bowl commercial promoting Yeezy.com, which was selling white t-shirts with a bold Nazi symbol in black. The Shopify site remained up until Tuesday morning when it started displaying an error message. This store is unavailable. Shopify president Harley Finkelstein told CNBC that the website's owners had an entire day to prove they were not violating company policies, which did not happen. The moment we realized this was not actually a real commerce practice, they were actually engaging in authentic commerce, we pulled it down. They weren't actually engaging in authentic commerce, we pulled it down.
What took them so long?
They were waiting to see if it could be authenticated that it was authentic commerce.
What?
I don't know what that means.
What the hell? Like what? You needed to investigate a swastika?
Yeah.
It's very symbolic of exactly what it is.
Yeah. Finkelstein called Ye's website, which labeled the t-shirt HH01 code for Hail Hitler, disappointing. And I'm a proud Jewish entrepreneur, Finkelstein said, I'm a proud Jewish community member. You and I have talked about this in the past, and it's a big part of my identity. So obviously, I'm devastated by that. Shopify did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The rapper also dropped by his music booking agent, Daniel McCartney of 33 and West on Tuesday. Effective immediately, I'm no longer representing Ye, FKA Kanye West, due to his harmful and hateful remarks that myself nor 33 and West can stand for, McCartney wrote on his Instagram stories. For his Super Bowl ad, Ye filmed himself in a dentist chair and said he spent all the money for the commercial on these new teeth before directing viewers to his website. He also wrote on a disgusting t-shirt on X before his account was deactivated on Monday. I wanted to make these t-shirts for years, he wrote on X before his account was deleted. My greatest performance art piece thus far.
You know what I was thinking yesterday? I was in the car and I was listening to another radio station and they were playing Kanye West's music.
Yeah.
And I wonder, so cancel culture, that was only during COVID?
I don't know, because I'm down for it with Kanye immediately.
I guess I'm just a little bit so somebody goes out and they purposely and intentionally are doing hateful things to another group of people. Like a group of people who have literally suffered and they have history of being tortured and abused. And why is it that we haven't broken down Kanye yet? And I don't like all of you black, can we trying to take down a black man and he has to hell with all of that. Yeah. Why is Kanye still being given a platform to be able to do things? He has proven over and over again, just like Donald Trump, and maybe that's just what the country is. We're tired and we don't care about anything anymore. But Kanye should not be played anywhere. He should not be collecting any money from any what thing, because anything that has association with him should have dropped him and left him alone.
Yeah.
He needs to be in solitude.
Yeah.
Solitary confinement.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
And I don't care how anybody feels. I don't care about the mental health piece of Kanye. It's been going on for way too long. And if nobody's going to do anything about it, then we're saying it's okay. And then just let it just be what it is. As of today, we're going to actually do that. We're going to take him out of this goddamn.
And can we take him out of the system and take him out of our news stories? I don't want to talk about Kanye at all anymore. I'm over it and over him, and I think it's disgusting, and everything about him is disgusting. Everything about Kanye is disgusting to me.
Every single thing.
Wendy Williams lives like a prisoner under highly restrictive, I don't know, guardianship. I'm living like a convicted criminal thanks to a draconian guardianship. Look at Wendy screaming out the window. Poor thing. Wendy Williams can relate to hardcore criminals. Not that she's has committed a crime, but her life mirrors someone confined to a jail cell. The news has dropped a documentary on Tubi. TMZ presents Saving Wendy, which explores her guardianship, which has now gone on for years. As she says, her life is isolated. She's in a New York City assisted living facility where she is confined to a room on the 5th floor. Wendy cannot leave the floor without permission from the staff. She says she's been outside in the fresh air twice in the last 30 days, and both times for dentist appointments. Almost no one is allowed to visit her. No one can call her. She can make calls out, but that's it. She has no access to the internet. She eats in her room because she says it's extremely depressing to be around 90-year-olds with serious health problems. Harvey and others have spent hours on the phone with Wendy, and to a person, everyone says she's back to the old Wendy. She's lucid, following conversation, and is engaging. She's herself again. The Guardian says Wendy is permanently disabled as a result of frontotemporal dementia. Problem is, the condition never gets better. Wendy was in bad shape a few years ago when she was drinking heavily, but she's sober now and her mental state has radically improved. Many say back to normal, yet she's still under an incredibly restrictive guardianship. The only way we could shoot the documentary was to have a camera placed on the sidewalk where we shot her at the window on the 5th floor as she spoke with us by phone. The documentary, TMZ presents Saving Wendy, is available for free on Tubi. Girl, I'll tell you, Tubi doing a thing.
I'm about to start giving me a subscription to the Tubi.
Yeah. Blake Lively says she likes to take control of movies, and that's that. We're not doing any more of that. Blake Lively, I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Oh my God.
And then this very last thing that I saw this morning, and Ibbins also sent to me, a video came out yesterday. A recent clip, Amy Luciana revealed that she and her hubby, Dwight Howard, use the same toothbrush.
Oh, I was just watching that video here on the line.
Yeah. First of all, I wouldn't share a toothbrush with Dwight Howard of all people.
Because he don't even know whose mouth he want to be in.
I thought he was, didn't last week we said that he was, I thought he was gay.
He is gay.
Last week.
When
did he get married to Amy Luciana?
Just now. She's a full entire bed. And now they just doing nastiness because I think that that's disgusting.
Look how she dropped all that toothpaste on her robe.
We can't see it, babe.
Oh, it's there. I put it there. It's the one that's all the letters and stuff. So she brushes her teeth, and then when she's done,
he brushes his teeth.
Oh, he brushes his teeth, and then when he's done, she just puts more toothpaste on, and then brushes her teeth with the toothbrush. And how do you feel about that in general? Even if your husband wasn't questionable, how do you feel about sharing toothbrushes with someone? Is that love? Is that what love is?
No, this is what effery is. This is, you guys, it's what is it? What is it? Performance art? What is it? What is it calling it now? Like everybody is doing foolishness for the gram. Everybody is doing foolishness to go viral or to start a conversation or to do whatever it is. This is absolutely disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. It's unsanitary.
It's unhygienic.
And unhygienic. There's a doctor, a dentist here. Nobody should share toothbrushes because doing so can easily transfer bacteria from one person's mouth to the other, potentially leading to the spread of infections like colds, flu, or gum disease, as each person's mouth harbors unique bacteria that can be harmful when introduced to another person's oral environment. Sharing a toothbrush can impact more than just your oral health. It's just not uncommon for people's gums to bleed when they brush their teeth. Sharing a toothbrush can lead to the spread of diseases that are transmitted by blood, such as hepatitis C, AIDS, HIV, herpes.
Can I say something to you? You hate herpes. You leave herpes alone.
Nasty.
Grow up. My dentist, when she's teaching me about flossing, because I have a hard time using regular floss. Yeah. I can use the flossers just fine. They don't recommend you use those, but using regular floss. And so when she's like, okay, well, let's do a lesson. So the last time I was at the dentist's office, she was teaching me how to do the flossing. And she was like, and use a different piece of floss. That's why they advise you to use such a long piece. You don't want to use the same spot and same piece in different spots in your own mouth because you can transfer bacteria from different parts of your mouth, which is just crazy because when your mouth is closed, everything's all in there, right? But this is just truly, truly, truly disgusting. Yeah. I just really think this is not nasty. Pastor Troy said he might as well have just spit in her mouth.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean,
it's the same thing.
That happens.
You guys, I'm just really just disappointed in the foolishness, and I'm not sure. A lot of these women, because I'm gonna blame her because you did it after the fact. Y'all are in one bathroom. Is what you're trying to tell me is that you don't have your own toothbrush there, or is this something that you guys do all the time?
I think a lot of people do things for content purposes and for shock value. And for some type of relevance, I believe, this sharing your life on social media. Why do you have to tell us that you do this? Why did you have to tell us that? Why can't you just do it? And why was that a video that you guys made?
And then posted. And then you guys press post
to social media.
Disgusting. But that's wait. Put them in the plane to go to Madagascar with the rest of them. We don't want them here.
Pastor Troy, what is Mando?
Yes, what is Mando? Is that a Bayesian the teeth, what is it called? The thing you put in your mouth.
Toothpaste?
Yeah.
I don't know what Mando is. Oh, body deodorant.
Oh.
What's wrong? Yeah. What's wrong with that? Oh, man deodorant? You saying she's probably uses man deodorant?
I use man deodorant sometimes.
Sometimes I use a little man deodorant too. Sometimes I like that little man smell in my armpit.
Make me feel nice.
Make me smell like a man. So anyhow, that was that. That is the end of the show. We've gone over our time. It's 11:06. White folks like that Mando.
I don't want you to use it anymore. I don't want you to say that word. Nobody knows what
I don't know.
I'd rather you say Tussie or something like that. Because we at least know what Tussie is. But man, ain't nobody with no damn Mando. Anyhow. I know what Bando. Trap house.
Right.
Anyhow, people, we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Keep it locked to Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. This is Saucy and Friends, Miss Tony, Be Knowin' and Hot Sizzling Sauce signing off. You guys stay warm. It's gonna be a cold and wet one today.
Yes, it is.
Be
when
safe.
When is that supposed to start?
I thought it was. They said early morning. The slushies were supposed to come around, and then later on. But good. We don't want it. Yeah. Keep it there.
You guys have a great, great day. We will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Saucy and Friends in the morning. Yes. SparkFMOnline.com.